Hi guys!
Hi.
So right now we are on my balcony. Today has been an incredibly long day. We woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and drove straight from Mount Vernon, Virginia. That is 12 hours, 13 hours of driving down to Orlando.
Yeah.
We weren't supposed to make it back until tomorrow, but because of Brennan's dad, we made it back with incredible time to spare. We are here on New Year's Eve together, spending it on my balcony. Right now, right behind us, we are watching the Disney live stream of Fantasy in the Sky fireworks going on over Magic Kingdom right now. We can see some fireworks straight across from us, but I don't think that they are the ones that we're watching right now. They could be the Epcot ones.
I know SeaWorld's is like right over there.
SeaWorld's over here. So there's a lot going on right now in terms of fireworks all around us. Dogs are barking. We have one more minute until the new year. Do you have any moments from 2018 that have been some of your favorites? Put you on the spot. I know. I'm sorry. We had a lot of fun here in 2018.
I feel like it's for everybody, but it's been a roller coaster of a year. But I ended the year with good, prosperous career changes.
That was articulate.
So I guess that's good.
Yeah, we both had a good year. Good forward momentum, and this is exciting. And we have about 20 seconds left until 2019. We're watching my little countdown clock that I have on my phone right now. There was just so much about the new year, so we're gonna count it down from 10. You ready? So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Woo! Mwah! Yay! Everybody's going crazy! I did not know there was so many people over there. There's like a whole crowd of people over the apartment next to us.
Yeah, there's a neighborhood across the lake from us, and everyone's going nuts.
Sorry, it's so dark and terrible right now, but everybody's screaming and yelling. There's fireworks going on over there. Look, here's the finale of the Magic Kingdom fireworks going on right now over in Magic Kingdom. This is so cool.
This is a great time to live in Orlando, y'all.
Yay! I just noticed these Christmas lights are out, but that's okay because this is what's going on right now.
Oh, the skyline is so cool.
Right? Can't see anything right now, but it was going off just a second ago. Well, this is going on in Magic Kingdom, apparently. I wish I could see Magic Kingdom from my apartment. It's over there on the horizon somewhere. This is great. Alright, well, Happy New Year, Brennan.
Happy New Year.
Here's to 2019.
I love
and
you.
Love you too. Good years, good times ahead. I'm excited for them. Alright, hello. I hope you enjoyed that kind of delusional look into our night last night, but today is New Year's Day. We're at Disney Springs right now. There's the Lime Garage right behind us. We're actually over here to catch a bus over to Fort Wilderness. So we parked over in the Lime Garage. We're going towards bus stop 25 for the Fort Wilderness Resort. We could have parked in the Orange Garage because it's right over here, but in my head, I've never really taken a bus from here during the daytime, so I couldn't really remember where it was in between the garages. I guess it's just in between both of them equally. Are you excited to go to Fort Wilderness?
I am.
Yay! Woo! Okay, sweet. So we made it to Fort Wilderness. That took about an hour from getting to Disney Springs to getting on the bus, waiting for the bus, then getting on the bus, taking that to Fort Wilderness, and then getting on a connecting bus that would take us back to Pioneer Hall. That's where we are right now. We're gonna try to figure out what we want to do here, because the main draw for me, at least, was to come to explore a part of Fort Wilderness that has been gone for about 40 years, and that is the Fort Wilderness train. So we stopped off at PJ's Southern Takeout to grab some fried chicken, so we're waiting on that to be ready here in a couple minutes. But the Fort Wilderness Railroad, according to the Disney Parks blog, operated from 1973 to 1977. It was a fully, I think, fourth operational steam train that ran all around Fort Wilderness, the 3.5-mile track covering 700 acres here at Fort Wilderness. It was shut down due to operational and technical issues, and it was really what got you around Fort Wilderness. Now we use the buses like we did to get to Pioneer Hall. So what we're gonna try to do is we're gonna try to find some remnants of that track here at Fort Wilderness. It looks like the tree is gone. This is right across from the little playground over there. We got our fried chicken, and we are on our way to try to find a table on which to eat it. Alright, so we're over here by the boat launch that would take us over to Magic Kingdom, and this is what we got. We got a 2-piece fried chicken meal, which came with cornbread, and then we got a choice of 2 sides. We got mac and cheese And we got some mashed potatoes. Okay, you know what? That was probably one of the best lunches I've ever had at Walt Disney World. That fried chicken was delicious. That mac and cheese was like the cheesiest mac and cheese I think I've ever had.
I was very impressed with the fried chicken. It was actually really good.
And we shared a 2-piece chicken meal, which was technically only enough for one person. We thought about getting the kind of upgraded version of that, which would have been the 8-piece chicken meal, which I don't think we could have finished that.
It was for one person if it was more of like a dinner, but if you were like more of a light luncher, then it was perfect to share.
And we had lunch right way back there. We're kind of in the shade now, but now we're walking along the beach to head over towards the old kind of river country / Mickey's Backyard Barbecue area, because last night with New Year's Eve was the last Mickey's Backyard Barbecue show. This is where we watched the fireworks, by the way, a few nights ago, right over here. That would have been a good place to watch the New Year's Eve fireworks too. And I'm realizing that, kind of out of a coincidence, that Fort Wilderness, the place that I never really come, completely bookended my holiday trip this year, which is
I know, we never
crazy.
Come here.
We've
been here so many times now.
Yeah, we came here to meet up with John and Peyton to check out the Christmas decorations at night, and then the next morning I flew in a plane to Pensacola and had that entire week between Pensacola going up to Virginia to visit you, and then yesterday we drove all the way back, and then this is the first thing we do on our first day back in Orlando. So Fort Wilderness, who would have guessed?
All because of some railroad tracks.
Alright, so right next to the beach is Mickey's Fort Wilderness Pavilion for Mickey's Backyard Barbecue, which goes way back in that direction. And if you can see these green fences all the way back there in the back, I don't want to get too far in there, I don't want to seem like I'm urban exploring or something, but that is river country all the way back in the back. And I'm pretty sure because Mickey's Backyard Barbecue closed yesterday, this entire area is going to be kind of transformed and redone into a new resort that's been announced to go between Fort Wilderness and the Wilderness Lodge, which is going to be, shoot, I forget the name of it, but it's like Mickey's, not Mickey's, it's going to be Disney's Nature Resort or something like that.
Oh, I have no idea.
Yeah, we walked a little bit down the path, but here it is. This is where Mickey's Backyard Barbecue used to be, in this pavilion area over here, and then way back there in the back, those green fences was river country. Wow. And look at this guy. Brennan, this horse is enormous. That is insane. He is huge. This is the Circle, or the Tri-Circle D farm, by the way. This is cool. Kind of intimidating, but also really, really fun. And there's some white little horses over here too. Let's go check those out.
Bye. Have a great day.
I don't know if these guys are ponies or not, but they're definitely on the smaller side, especially comparatively to that guy over there. He's watching in jealousy as we came over here to check out these guys. But, oh, there's definitely a pony over there. You see him?
Yeah.
Way in the distance? I thought you were talking about these guys. Okay, yeah, that guy. Well, that guy might be a miniature horse.
He's small. He's like big for a miniature horse.
But look at that teeny little guy over there.
Yeah, I see him.
Let's go look at him. So before we go check out that little horse, we're gonna come over here to the Tri-Circle Ranch because we have never been over here before. There's a bunch of giant horses right over there, and then they have a few individual stalls where they have horses with their names on them. That's really cool. Got another one over here. These giant horses just relaxing and eating their lunch. Wow. So down there, cast members are making sure that the horses are groomed properly, that their horseshoes are cleaned. We checked out all the horses on both sides of the ranch over here, and then in here, there's a little display about Walt Disney and horses. This is really cool, getting to see all the horses as they've been in the parks, the different kinds of horses that they have here. They have Clydesdale, oh no, I'm not going to pronounce any of these right. Percheron, and then a Belgian.
Percheron?
Percheron? That makes more sense. But
I don't.
You don't know? But a lot of really cool pictures here and displays about Walt Disney and horses, and then their influence and impact on the Disney parks. There was also a brochure that you could grab on your way out that showed a little bit more information about the horses, as well as what they do here at Fort Wilderness, where they do wagon rides and all sorts of other stuff like horseback riding. It's cool. Over here looks like a blacksmith occasionally hangs out and demonstrates how he does what he does. And then we have more horses over here feeding on some hay. And then that little guy over there doing his own thing. And then right next to those are these guys. This is the one that I saw from over there. This one definitely looks like a pony, but he could also be a miniature horse. I don't really know the difference between a miniature horse and a pony, or the distinction.
If you saw a miniature horse, you would know what it was. These guys are like, that's what I'm trying to figure out, is if there's a difference between a pony and a miniature horse, like you just said. But these ones aren't miniature, I don't think.
It actually looks like right back there they're doing a little pony ride for the kid. That's really cool. So I'll have to come back and check out the ponies and the horses a little bit later. We do definitely want to make it over to a very specific, I believe, campground loop, so we can check out what we came here to do, which is going to be the the Fort Wilderness Railroad. There's some similarities and differences between the Walt Disney World Railroad and the Fort Wilderness Railroad. The biggest one is that they didn't name the engines here, they just had numbers, I guess. And then these were a little bit more smaller and miniature. Right over there is that incredibly intricate Mickey blow-up display. So we looked kind of lost, so a really nice gentleman on a golf cart stopped to give us a map so we could orient ourselves. So what we're looking for is actually right next to us is the 700 loop, which is actually, I believe, this one right over here. So from what I've been told in the research that I tried to put into this, if we find the dog walking trail, then along that trail we can find remnants of the Fort Wilderness Railroad. Okay, so we walked to the end of the 700 loop, and it looks like this is a pet walk area. And I think this is it. I think right there. You see it? Oh, this is so cool. This is a 40-year-old abandoned railroad at Walt Disney World Resort. This is so cool. Look at this. This is just a railroad track right here in guest area.
Yeah.
Isn't this cool?
This is cool.
This hasn't been operational for 40 years, since 1977, and we're walking along it, and it continues all the way through the woods in there too, and then presumably in this direction too. So I looked it up, and it looks like this part that's still here is called a railway sleeper, also a railroad tie, and these are the wooden kind of joints that would connect the track as it would make its way towards Pioneer Hall and just kind of be a circumference of Fort Wilderness back in the day. From what I've read, there's actually still parts where they have the metal rail on the sleepers, but I'm pretty sure that that's in a little bit more not guest area. Like, this is definitely a trail that has kind of forged itself that I'm sure many guests take. This is right behind the 700 loop. Wow, look at all these. They're all still here. This is where a train was 40 years ago. I can't get over that. And it just keeps winding through the woods. This is great. We wanted to go on a hike today, and we also got to see something we've never seen before or experienced. Yeah, Disney history. I love it. So we happened upon kind of a fork in the road. One kind of leads in this direction, and then the other leads off into the woods over here. And I can definitely see some more sleepers over there. I'm gonna assume that this is kind of backstage, or it's not on stage. It's kind of hard to make that distinction when this whole place is a campground, but not gonna go crawling through the woods over there to check it out. But that is really, really cool. It seems like this is where it would go in this direction to go towards Pioneer Hall, which is right over there. Yeah, so we walked a little bit more along this path over here, and you can see that there are definitely still wooden sleepers, but they disappear into the woods right there. So I'm gonna say this is kind of as far as we're gonna go, because we don't want to be breaking any rules. The campsite is literally right there, so anybody who stays in those campsites could happen upon these. See, but stuff like that is why I am personally pretty obsessed with Disney history, because it plays such a important part in it. Everything about Fort Wilderness here, like River Country, that train, I keep finding out stuff about Disney that is interesting, and it just invokes curiosity, if that makes sense. Getting to explore something like that, getting to research something like River Country, and getting to see where Disney's been, and if they made mistakes, or if they just took what they did and they learned and they made it better, which is what they usually do with everything. That's cool. And knowing that this was a thing, I have to give Disney props. That was just such a cool way to get around Fort Wilderness, I'm sure, and just evolving from that to the buses, but then at the same time still staying true to what the resort was, with horseback riding, with canoeing, with archery, with camping. I don't know, I want to come back and stay at Fort Wilderness. This might be my new favorite resort by far. So that was all back in that direction. It kind of goes perpendicular with the dog walk area over here, and if we continue along, this is the first site of the sleepers, the rail ties that we saw, and it kind of continues in this direction, and I'm pretty sure it banks along the actual road, because a lot of where the train used to go ended up being roads and other forms of transportation. See, these ties are right next to this campground and this campground, and then it kind of just leads out onto the road over there, and I think it turns and either goes parallel with it or adjacent and then continues in that direction. Geez, I felt bad kind of going back into the woods in the other direction, thinking we couldn't really go over there, but these are more prevalent rail ties than the other ones were, and these are more right along the road than the other ones were too, which is incredible. And you can tell that a lot of people have walked along this path. I don't know if this gravel was part of the train path here, or if this is just something that they laid down to try to cover up the rail ties, but either way, here it connects back with the road, and it may go, I think, across the street here and then bank in that direction. It seems like that's something I would have done. So it's kind of hilarious, is right over there is the dog walk path that we took to find the railroad ties, and unbeknownst to us, right next door was the really intricate Fort Wilderness Christmas decorations that everybody was raving about and that we got to see a couple weeks ago, that are really cool, with the castle here and Cinderella's carriage. You want a picture in here?
Sure.
Okay, I'll take a picture real quick. Oh, everybody's neighbors are out?
Yeah.
Are they watching me vlog?
Yeah.
And judging me?
Yeah.
Good. Just took a picture for Brennan in front of that, but here's a daytime look into this incredibly intricate, beautiful decorating here done by whoever is camper is right behind this thing. It's just so well done, with Christmas trees everywhere, and this glistens at night, the moat underneath, sitting right there in the chair. So there it is. If you want to find this for yourself, this is in the 700 loop, which is very close to Pioneer Hall here at the Fort Wilderness Resort, and just follow that dog trail until you see the railroad ties, and you can find a really cool little piece of Disney history. And definitely do stay within your boundaries of where you think you should and shouldn't go, because there were parts back there where we started to get a feeling that we probably shouldn't be in this area, but for the most part that walkway seems like a walking path, and we did pass people along the way as we were exploring ourselves. But yeah, I'm really happy we got to see that. Such a cool part of Disney history. Now we're making our way back to the bus to take it back to Disney Springs, and from there, who knows?
Maybe we'll hang out at Disney Springs.
Maybe.
Get a drink.
Maybe.
Get some food.
Maybe.
Who knows?
And just real quick, for orientation purposes, this is the bus loop that dropped us off right over here. Right down this road is Pioneer Hall and the boat launch over there. And right here, that first loop is loop 700, and that is where you can find just a little bit of the rail ties of the Fort Wilderness Railroad. All right, we made it to Disney Springs. Hi, Brennan.
Hi.
So we could go up to our garage up there, but do you want to walk around and maybe grab a drink or see what's going on around here?
Yeah, we'll just enjoy the evening. The weather's nice now because the sun's down.
Oh God, it is really nice right now. Wow, the sky looks beautiful right now, and Disney Springs still has their Christmas tree up, and it looks gorgeous. So we did talk about it. We may not be getting a drink here, but I think we're gonna go to Blaze and grab a pizza and maybe take it home. And then we can watch National Treasure 3. Oh wait, they never made one. I wish they made one because I love National Treasure. Okay, let's go to Blaze.
Okay.
Kind of looks like a long line, but it's definitely gonna be worth it, right, Brennan?
We've waited in longer lines.
What pizza you gonna get?
My usual, where it's the white pizza with the pesto and the goat cheese. Don't forget the goat cheese this time, because you forgot it last time and you were really upset.
Are we splitting a pizza today?
No.
You're getting your own? Oh. All right, the sun is almost down, but here we have two delicious Blaze pizzas. Now I think it's time to head back to the garage and head back to my place, because we've had a long day today, and maybe we'll grab a drink at my place. All right, and we've made it back to the parking garage after walking up 4 flights of stairs. Gonna go find our spot over here. It was kind of hard to find a spot here earlier, but we did it, Brennan, yay. Whew, I'm out of breath. All right, so we made it back home. We got our pizzas right here. This is mine, and that's Brennan's. I had a really good time exploring Fort Wilderness today.
Yeah.
And really just kind of spending our New Year's Day together.
Sorry,
it's gonna be, oh, you're stepping on Farley. This is gonna be a great year, 2019. I'm feeling it. This was a great year for just me personally with my channel. I don't like to think about numbers and subscribers and all that kind of stuff, but a lot of you guys are new to following along with me in my life, with Brennan, with my family, and with the fun of these theme parks. And then it's what I'm here for, is to just journal this and put it on the internet and to enjoy it for myself and for other people too. So thank you for coming along with that, and I'm excited for the year ahead. Gonna take down these Christmas decorations, which I'm really sad about because they're so beautiful and it's always sad to see them go. But thanks again for just tagging along. I think in 2018, I think I tried to add them up really quickly. I had about 190 videos uploaded on this channel in 2019. That doesn't even count the ones that aren't public, the ones that I put on other channels and I did for like attractions and that kind of stuff. So I did a lot of theme park stuff this year, and I had a great time doing it. So thank you for enjoying it with me. And our New Year's Eve last night, and the trip that we took to Virginia, and then the trip that I took to Pensacola, and then the trip today to Fort Wilderness to explore something we've never seen before. Thank you. So let's delve into this pizza before it gets too cold, right?
Yeah.
All right, so have a good day, guys. Goodbye.
Bye.